next game. And let's get rid of that. Actually, tell us about Electronic Superjoy Medibot.
Alright, so Electronic Superjoy released last August, developed primarily by a guy by the name of Michael Todd.
Rules?
It is a platformer with a very minimalistic visual style and an electronic soundtrack. While making the game, the person who did the soundtrack, guy goes by Envy, actually made the tracks first, and then levels were designed around the tracks, which is not to say that this is a rhythm game, but the audio and visual all do play heavily into the overall game aesthetic.
This is very much still a platformer, but the music is highly integrated.
It's very mechanically minimalistic, focused more on level design. What's your estimate for this?
I'm going to put 50 minutes for your estimate, just to be safe.
Sauce.
Weak sauce, yeah. This is a challenge. If you see this game, you think you can do better. Because I would love to see more people run this game. Because there's kind of a surge, but it kind of died down from what I hear. Okay. It's a really good game.
It's so good.
I'll do Electronic Superjoy.
Superjoy. What are you doing in ILM? You're never going to beat my record.
What's your record?
26.
That's really good. I've got 19 so far.
19 is pretty good.
50 minutes? Or 50. This one a little bit longer.
15 would be pretty decent.
That'd be a great
That'd
time.
be some new skips.
I cut the world record by quite a bit. All right, yeah. This is there's a mode where you can just get random levels to spawn, and
I'm not going to go off on a tangent.
Random sets of levels.
Yes.
Yeah. With and actually, as you go progress, it gets harder and harder.
But I do strongly suggest, if you are watching this, do listen to the music. I think the soundtrack is one of this game's best features.
Okay. Are we ready on time?
You're just doing any percent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1, go. So this is a game where you move right and jump a lot. Here's me moving right and jumping.
Sort of skip the plot, but the gist of it is a wizard stole your butt, and you want to take revenge on that wizard because he stole your butt.
Now, I might be spoiling this, but I believe they do name him as a disco wizard.
He's the groove wizard.
Or groove wizard. There we go.
I'm the groove wizard. That's me. I'm playing as the groove wizard right now. I'm the main villain of the game.
Is that the same wizard from Water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Canonically,
yes.
Technically.
Officially, no, but canonically, yes.
Rewriting canon here.
Yeah. And we can't really hear it right here, but this game has the best checkpoints.
Oh yes, the checkpoint sounds are one of the, I feel, are an important part of the game's aesthetic. A lot of people complained about them after the game's release. None of the testers did. I was one of the testers, so that's why I know a bit about this game. But there was a lot of complaints that I'm afraid of playing this game in public. People will think I'm watching pornography in the coffee shop. The developer did eventually cave and add what he termed PG mode, which both removed a few swears here and there, and made the checkpoint sounds much less glorious.
So every now and then you'll see me reset the level, and that's because for auto-scroller sections, it will move you farther along, so it saves some time instead of having to wait for the auto-scroll. And interestingly enough, it doesn't count for deaths, so if you're doing a 0-death runs, you can go ahead and reset, and it will, it can make a lot of sections significantly easier.
On the topic of those intentional resets, some auto-scroll levels will scroll a bit faster if you can get yourself up against the right edge of the screen, but some do not. You just have to play the level to find out it's not perfectly consistent. I think this is one that does not, so the intentional reset is pretty good.
Yeah, and there's a teleport over here where if I don't reset, it's like 50-50 chance I'll die. Because sometimes, I think if you're close enough, it scrolls.
Yes. I think those have all been changed to automatically advance the screen when you go through them. In earlier versions of the stages, you did actually have to wait until the exit teleporter was visible, or you would be teleported off the right side of the screen and instantly die.
You know, I'm okay with it. Also, I love this level. I love this is a really cool level just for the use of lighting.
I'm glad you agree. This is probably my favorite level in World 1. And just, the music track that goes with it is really good as well, but I like the visual gimmick of this level a lot.
Oh, and actually I haven't said anything, but I have a smash attack, which will instantly teleport you to the ground.
Yes. You have, right now, you have your jumping and you have your smashing. Smashing is pretty handy, you know, but we don't give the player too many different, I guess, abilities all at once, so it's pretty easy for them to think through, okay, what can I do here? It's, you know, some combination of moving left and right, jumping and smashing.
And the smash, of course, it's useful for dodging. You do stop for a second when you use it, so for a speed run, it doesn't make sense to smash randomly, but it is useful for getting through a lot of situations, or if I need to hit the ground earlier, it's huge for that.
And while we were going off of those jump tokens a second ago, you actually get a little bit more height off of them if you smash into them.
Is that actually explained anywhere? Like, I feel like it's not, it's until the holiday levels.
Right, in the holiday levels, it gets told to you explicitly, but it's not too hard to figure out, as you can get a few skips in other levels by exploiting that. But you actually get less height off of those bounce stars if you smash them.
I forgot to smash right there. Oh no, the jokes! I'm sorry, Medibot.
It's okay, I believe in you.
Really?
If I don't, who will?
That's a really cool way to die because
that
you have
also is a really great death.
You have to really work.
This actual whole section is interesting. It's gotten a lot easier since the initial designs of this level. Those bounce stars were not there in previous iterations of the level, and a lot of the testers had trouble with that, and so it got changed.
That death, I managed to like narrowly force my way into a tiny corner whilst like right before smashing, which means that was like a pixel perfect suicide.
And that last jump right there from the bounce star off to the platform used to be a pretty much pixel perfect jump. You had to touch the very rightmost edge. Actually, I'm going to shut up for the beginning of this level.
What if I died?
It would reset.
Yeah. But would you feel bad?
Right, so this is the level with the drop in it, because it makes for good trailers when you're trying to sell your game.
It's also really cool if you don't know what's coming.
Oh yes, it's tremendously cool the first time. It took him many, many revisions to actually get all the bugs out of this level. For quite a while, respawning anywhere on this level would cause a lot of video stuttering and other such problematic events to occur. But he got it fixed in time for release, so all's well that ends well.
So I'm being a little bit safer about going for the exits because it's very easy to try and go for the last bit of the exit. But if I do scroll too far to the right, I will die on this stage. Like there, it was a little bit on screen, but for a very specific level, it makes actually getting the gold turn really hard.
In most screens, touching any edge of the screen is lethal. So here, the screen will scroll up as we move up, and it moves left and right. As we move left and right, but going off the bottom will cause a death.
Also, it also makes the bottom more lethal. So sometimes we'll make a jump, and the platform you were on is now deadly. And this level has, I think, one of the hardest gold times in the game.
Yes, the gold time on this level is very tight. It took me at least 5 tries. But it's sort of got a unique gimmick, which is that it's an extremely slow auto-scroller full of missiles, and there's an achievement for beating that level without stopping.
I've gotten both, and that was one of the harder achievements in the entire game to get. You also, I think, have the... I think that one actually has 2 achievements, doesn't it?
Yes, there's one for doing it without stomping, and I forget what the other one is. I think it's just a time-based one. Yeah.
And the way the end of the level scrolled into the game makes it very, very tight to actually finish the level. Like, you have about, I think, a 3/10 of a second window to
Yeah.
get that goal time.
You have to go for it before the exit is actually visible.
Even, like, the very end, the very corner.
It's very tight.
Okay, let's even get this.
The gimmick here is that we have these disappearing platforms that turn into missiles when they disappear.
Oh, I did it. I went right on
Oh,
accident.
you did. Everyone goes right, and I always go right. And you're like, no, go left.
If you go right, it's the one stage. You don't go right at the start.
What we're learning about here is this fella, Pope. Let's let him introduce himself.
Cutscenes.
Cutscenes. Unskippable cutscenes.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Cover that up. Cover that up.
Cover that. This game does feature some swears in parts. So he's going to be the boss of First World.
Yeah,
the Pope.
it's an extended boss sequence. The boss
Oh, yeah.
sequence is in this game.
So we have first the Pope climb. He's
Really
from
quick.
his UFO.
Everyone on chat is looking for a roll call for everybody over here on the couch.
All right, I am Studio.
I am Medibot.
Sexrix.
That's fetched.
Church. Look up, church.
All right, winner ship.
We our friends built a spaceship for us, and we're going into it. So now it's time for Gradius, I suppose. This is kind of out of nowhere and is never seen again.
Yeah, you do not enter a spaceship again. And like, this is a very easy boss fight, considering the game is significantly harder for pretty much all of it. Like, the hitbox on this is super generous. Like, I just kind of looked through that there. Oh, almost got hit. I was looking away.
You can still crash
Almost
into
got whomped.
things after you've defeated the Pope, and that will cause you to lose.
All right, welcome to the chokes. This might go
Welcome
horribly.
to the first of our, I guess, 2 token collection boss fights. So these little rainbow missile tokens appear, and you touch them, and then your buddy down in the bottom left shoots a missile.
I know someone's gonna say you can control the RNG. That got patched down.
Yes, it used to be that you could get a very predictable and therefore good pattern by controlling the time at which you collected the tokens and the amount of times you stomped.
Oh crap! Straight up there. Probably too many missiles come around.
But this has gotten patched out, and so I don't know the full strats anymore. So even I will choke on this fight. So
This is a level that can be. I think once you get used to it casually, it's still difficult because the missiles and the limitation in your movement is pretty significant from that laser. But it still can be done with relative consistency. But doing it quickly is where things get tricky. Oh, I think that might actually be it. If the missile
to
hits.
get his next attack. No,
Oh.
he gets to do his dump.
That was the last missile. Right? Oh, he got me under the stupid platform. That was the last
rotating
missile.
laser attack. Before he actually starts it, there's a little sort of shadow indicating where the laser is going to be. Originally, he didn't have that, and I complained a lot until that was added because I felt that it was just super unfair.
Like you're trying to go for overly zealous missile crunches.
If you ever need to, tag one of us in, we're all ESJ runners here. Just give the word.
Yeah, like 2 minutes.
Like
Well,
sometimes
2 minutes is a good time.
Yeah, no.
good run. Jesus. All right, that's good. That should be good. I just have to not die. Oh, okay, there we go.
Yep.
He'll still play the final animation.
Even if you've done enough damage to him, he won't stop in the middle of one of his attacks in order to check to see if he's dead. And that rotating laser attack takes a very long time. So it's good if you can finish him off before you get started on that.
I was really scared about that last missile. I saw it flying around like, I'm gonna choke. By the way, Pope's dead.
Killed the Pope.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Pretty sure that means you're the Pope.
No, someone called dibs
Someone
on
else
it.
called it.
This level has a no killing enemies achievement.
Yes. This is the first level of World 2, and it lets you know it is a definite step up in difficulty from anything in World 1.
I tried to do the stomp as I hit the pointer, so as a result, I'm going just a little bit too low. By a little bit, I mean I stomped before and died. Those pointers do not respawn. Once they're used, they're used. But this
Well,
is a game where
if you respawn, they
yeah. It's essentially like this game has enough mechanics where like if you die, it's such a quick respawn to get back to where you were that it's not too bad. That's actually a difficult jump too.
Yeah, those two jumps are a little less difficult than they used to be, but still force you to sort of understand that you can do Mega Man style jumps while you're most of the way off the platform. Perhaps even all the way off the platform. No one gets it.
The safest option sometimes, and it's just kind of one of those things where it is a little bit slower, is to just like spam out jumps and attack, and you can usually kill most missiles that come at you. Won't stop like a huge barrage, but if there's like a narrow corner or narrow passage.
Stomping is so great for getting rid of missiles, isn't it? Yes. Which is why you don't get it anymore.
Yep. We get double jump now.
Get double jump. And this level right here is probably my favorite level in World 2. How do you feel about it?
Pretty good. Definitely very it's fast paced, but in a different way because of the double jump now. Like double jump in a lot of games, it's kind of just like your main tool for movement. But now that it's something like new and special, like a lot of challenges come from using it. Oh,
this level, I feel the reason why I like this level so much is because I feel like it does a very complete job of teaching the player about the double jump and just what it is capable of.
And you do not see the double jump very much. It only comes for a few stages, but the limited access you do get to it's pretty nice. So like all of a sudden I'm learning I can now double jump off walls with and get the reset on it.
Do you know the skip here? If you go for that top middle arrow, you can just get it right away. You don't have to go up the left.
Oh, like to the right? Dang. Well, I'll show. This is a.
Is this the first appearance of a frog? I think it is.
The
There are
frog?
frogs in this game. Frogs hate you.
Yes, they do. But it's okay. They're frogs. They don't know what it's like to be
don't know?
hated. They don't know.
Frogs don't know.
You can't blame them.
Are there any frogs in your life?
No.
No frogs in your life? You live a frog-free existence?
Actually, I just watched Magical Speed Adventure, so yes, there are frogs in my life now.
Right, so you've got the safe strategy of hanging out on that sticky platform up there.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the
You can fall.
dangerous strategy of ignoring that entirely, going up while the laser is going down, and there's about a one block high window where it is blocked off and you can sneak past it. That level right there is just an homage to They Bleed Pixels.
I love that game, and I hate that game. That was my feeling of the
I
8-bit
feel
pixels.
similarly.
I tried to speedrun that game, but it is very hard, and there's one
Doesn't
very
matter.
RNG spec, or RNG skip. Yeah. Baby Pixel is a game that I will always offer for a marathon, and if it ever gets in, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do.
So this is the first level we see where the player has the double jump and has to deal with missiles, now divested of their smashing ability to actually destroy the missiles.
And even though it's an auto-scroller, it's relatively fast, you still want to stick to the right, which means that you're not really giving a lot of good narrow spaces to dodge the missiles, because they're just going to start getting a very, very centered pattern. This is a game where doing IL strats does not translate well into a run, because there's lots of very narrow, very tight escapes.
You can get this time.
I was thinking about it. I also like this is a bad habit that you learn from doing this run, which is to hold right at the start of every stage, because as you're falling from the spawn, you can start moving.
Yes.
But the problem is, if you get used to that too much, you will kill yourself in stages like this. I think these are actually the stages I had the most trouble with in the entire game.
The ones where you're not allowed to just hold right.
Yeah, and no smashes, so I can't just
No
kill
smash.
everything.
And just destroy the...
Also, it's in my input there for some reason. There we go.
What are these guys called? I don't think we ever settled on names for any of these guys. What do you call them?
I just kind of call everything a nuke in this game. I see what I'm doing wrong now. This is pretty choky.
I don't know ants and bison and wooden. I don't know those guys.
They seem very like Metroid-ish, but I'm not sure like which Metroid. I'm the worst at knowing things about Metroid. What's the water boss from Super Metroid? Like you fight him in a dragon kind of like a horizontal dragon. Let's reset for
Oh, you
easier
reset
missiles.
there. I never reset on this level. It's much easier if you do it right from the start.
Really?
Because then you don't have to wait for that laser.
I've always had more luck with the reset. And actually, I missed a jump that makes it easier to not die.
There's a fun little level called It Builds Character where they take away your double jump and don't give you your smash back either, so you get to deal with lots of nice stuff.
Yeah, you have to get the start there, and it saves a lot of time. It's faster to reset if you don't miss the first cycle on that laser.
Star on this level
This is one of the hardest stars, not the hardest, but one of the hardest stars in the game. It's in that little pit with the two rotating lasers.
The timing is incredible.
It's brutal.
It's really nice though. You get a good rotation for that first cycle if you don't reset at all. And I jumped to a frog. Which-
Winners don't touch frogs, Studio.
That's true. It's all true.
I think that's the first appearance of what we called the jump rope laser in testing. And you just have to, treat it like a jump rope.
And then the safe strat for that last laser is you just go ahead and reset, and if you move to the right for the beginning, you'll actually be able to fall right on through. Actually, let's go safe strats. If you reset here, the enemies will spend a little bit longer to attack, so you can get a little bit of extra movement without having to smash or worry about pretty much anything. Unless you miss jumps. Don't miss jumps, guys. That's an
Winners don't
example.
miss jumps.
Yeah, it's an example of what happens if you miss a jump. I hate to show it to you guys. I actually don't know what happened there.
I'm very glad you're showing us this.
Yes.
This is a 100% state space exploration speedrun.
So
We are seeing everything. Yes.
you can, God, I need to slow down a bit, I think. Jumps are hard. You can smash on projectiles from enemies like that. I think I'm just at the very edge of these. So, unfortunately, it's resulting in me dying a bunch. And then I'm just seeing the missiles. The missiles here are very fast in this level compared to the other
These are
ones.
fast missiles. You cannot outrun them, but since you got your smash back, you can smash them.
And these enemies are awesome. I forgot they turned.
The beetles.
Yep, they're beetles. They're good.
Beetle wants to fight you, and that's exactly what Beetle will do.
Beetle does what he wants to do. You can smash through spikes, it doesn't kill them, but it makes it safe, and also makes the game beatable. One up here, reset for the extra movement. And what are these guys called?
Helmet bugs.
Helmet bugs, are.
I just came up with that name now, but since
I like it.
I'm a tester, it's canon.
Resetting there will cause those frogs to not attack, and you can see the end of the level. Almost there. And like these last few levels are kind of all auto-scroller, very dangerous. Lots of tight platforms, and essentially the build-up to going to the Groove Wizard's hell. And sorry, Star, not today.
I'd be very interested to at some point to see a 100% speedrun of this game, mostly because it would include the stars in Star and Hell Club.
That Star is also really hard. Like, the thing with stars is, like I described one right there to show it off. Some are easy, some are just kind of, hey, have a friendly star. This guy's here to back you up. He's the bro star. Other stars, not so much. Other stars will just kind of do their thing. And I always forget you can't walk off to the right. For
That little
Air
pit
cursor.
in there where you actually are safe, it used to be that standing at the checkpoint, you were actually vulnerable to the laser. But he slightly modified the level geometry there, so I'd stop whining.
trying to get a little bit too tight. You can easily smash the platforms without hitting an enemy, which ends up being bad if the...
These are some pretty tight jumps. Some of the harder stuff in there too.
Okay. And here, if you just go really fast, you can get a good cycle for this laser. Not that good a cycle. Yep.
Watch your toes, Studio.
Watching my toes, I'm watching my toes. If you go too fast, actually, you don't have a platform to stand on because it will despawn. This is a slow level.
This level's gimmick is turn on low gravity.
So if you weren't using the smash to interrupt move before, you really need to now. And I was going to have a less than positive time there. You can, it's a bit more difficult to chase down enemies with the stomp because since you stop moving, you have to be a little bit more forward.
Stomping completely kills your horizontal.
You go down, you go straight down, you do not do anything else. And as a result, it's a really cool challenge for some of the enemies if they are kind of stuck in that position where they're moving away from you, and you have to hunt them down because of the level itself. Because if you are stuck in that position, you have to make very tight jumps that you wouldn't assume to be tight, or surprisingly difficult.
There's some enemies coming up near the end of World 2 that just due to the way they attack, stomping on them can be very difficult when they're moving away. You see those in a few levels.
I believe next is the second rune level.
Oh yeah, the something right.
This is the significantly harder one.
I only, like a month ago, learned the manipulation strategy, RNG manipulation for that fight, and then of course it
got patched out,
as soon as
yeah.
I got decent with that and integrated it into my rhymes.
But the song's really good, so that's good news.
So this is kind of like that hook fight where we need to go collect tokens, only instead of shooting rainbow-colored missiles at the Pope and his UFO, we just have to touch these magical silver things, and then something good happens sooner or later.
It's their first time summoning him, though, so they're a bit iffy at it. Oh, that guy.
Give it the old college.
Oh, wow. All right.
You can still die while the screen is shaking, by the way.
The only thing that can be now is what if a Spiky or Gordon spawned on me. But look, luckily that was it. Yeah, that
great,
was...
so we summoned this guy. Why did we do that?
They're new at it still.
This is Glorg. Glorg has adorable little flipper hands. Look at his tiny flipper hands.
If you get too close, he'll fire a laser.
Yes, he has an eye laser because he wasn't great enough just being giant and teeth and flipper hands. We gave him eye lasers. So these guys, the laser hands, are a pain and a half to solve when they're moving away from you because the vertical laser.
I choked so hard. Oh my god.
The vertical laser is a bit closer to the back of the model. Yes. No problem for you, right, Studio?
No problem. See? 1, 2. You just gotta... that was moving towards me.
He has a great theme song.
Yeah.
Can we turn up the bass in here a bit?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of good excuses for my play right now. My guess will be I just ate a Baconator.
Oh, that's gonna slow you down. A full meal makes a slow Studio.
Yeah, just don't eat a Baconator, ever. It was only a double, so I guess it's not that good of an excuse. Did you actually get the quad?
Let's play Baconator.
Let's not stream Baconators. I think, is that it?
I think you are
Yes.
nearly, yep, you're out, and we need another flipper monster, and it's a match made in heaven.
And
Now we're in hell. Welcome to literal wizard hell.
This is the Groove Wizard's hell.
Commentary about premarital sex.
I think that character says like "What's up" if you talk to her, or like "Hi," and nothing useful because if you talk to her, your first time through, you'll probably waste enough time to die.
I don't think it's commentary about anything other than giant monsters are great and wizards are jerks. Wizards are awful and you should never trust wizards. I would know. I mean,
If a wizard says to not trust wizards, should you trust the wizards?
We've had 2 wizards here this room.
that other wizard is he's got a little more experience than I do.
Did you see him dance in Space Jam?
Stomp those balls.
Stomp
Thank
those
you for
balls.
stomping the balls. There was a great
That
bug
was
that
very
used to be
lewd.
right there with those 4 jump tokens, where if you were below 1, when you stomped, it would consume the jump token. And that made it really hard to stomp in this section.
Talk more about stopping balls.
Yes.
Right, so stomping balls is a super important strategy starting in this level, because even though you cannot destroy balls by stomping them, you avoid being destroyed by balls by stomping them. Balls will destroy you with even the slightest contact or provocation, but by stomping balls, you can avoid your grisly fate at the hands of the balls. Balls don't have hands, but it's a metaphor. Just work with me.
I forgot this last ball actually, like he's barely in range of your hitbox, which
You're gonna go for the yellow strats here.
okay. Pretty much everything in this game is YOLO, though.
There are a lot of important YOLO strats in this game. Don't touch that.
Do not touch that up arrow.
Don't touch that. Those are spikes up there, pal.
The first time I saw that up arrow, I'm like, I'm gonna touch that up arrow, and then I died.
You shouldn't have done that. You did the wrong thing.
The wrong jump. Interestingly enough, you kind of have to like learn the patterns for waiting in this game, because it can be very easy to just kind of zip through stuff too quickly. I'm doing like I just zoned out right there. I have no idea what I was doing. But if you kind of pause it makes sections like this possible. But there's a good balance of going fast, going forward, and having to stop and say, wait, if I go too fast, I'm going to die. This is also a very tricky section for a lot of people. Yeah.
Not bad at all. So this level is pretty great. I like it a lot. It's sort of a weird auto scroller. It used to be completely skippable. It's still completely skippable. What do you know?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I gotta go improve my time for this. Oh, do you want to show off the skip on this level?
Is it just smash at the beginning?
Just smash.
I was trying and it wasn't getting me anywhere.
Maybe he patched it out. It did get patched a day or two ago.
This game is being updated, which is pretty neat for random minigame.
Yep. I think a week or so ago, a set of 3 extra levels and a new boss fight were released as free DLC. You get more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The boss fight is pretty neat. The levels are pretty neat. Frogs! Look at all these frogs. Who put these frogs
I just
here?
want to touch them,
Let's
but they're too
just
far away.
sort of mentally look at the list of enemies in this game. You've got like bison and balls and frogs and a wizard and the Pope and I guess ants and then smaller ants. What else do we have?
There's like the what would you call the bugs with lasers in them?
No, those are the laser ants.
Okay, just laser ants. Okay.
And then the really, really tiny enemies are just regular ants. When ants gain the power of light amplified by stimulated emission of radiation, they also dramatically increase in size to represent their increased power level.
Yeah.
Missiles are just nature. Missiles are just a fact of life. Nice ball stomp, by the way.
Yeah,
I like the way you stomp that ball.
That was a
stomp
tight
off
ball
that
stomp.
jump token. Don't do it. You don't get enough height.
Always forget. You gotta have to there you go.
You have to actually jump onto it. If you fall onto it, you don't get enough height, and if you stomp it, you don't get enough height.
Always throws me off.
This is because the level designers like it when you receive pain. There are two main level designers on this. Michael, who designs all of the nice levels that make you feel good, and Cassie, who designs the levels that kill you 80 times. So if you ever are spending more than 20 minutes on a single level, you probably have Cassie to thank.
There are a few bonus levels like that. Like you unlock more levels as you get the stars.
If you collect, do you have to actually get all the stars?
Yes.
Or just all the stars, you unlock 4 bonus levels, all of which are hard, one of which is just unfair and I don't like. And it's the one level in the whole game that I don't like.
Is the rotating one? Oh no, it's
No, I like the
spike
rotating one. The
rotating one
is weird, but also
very hard.
fair. The one that just has too many spike pillars is the one that I do not like. But this is just a level full of frogs. Welcome to Hell Club. This is Hell Club.
Groovy. Oh, yell the Groove Wizard.
All hail the Groove Wizard. This is the Groove Wizard's club in Hell, where his cult of Groove followers pay tribute to him by dancing.
Yeah, as they should. This is also the beginning of a lot of sliding floor levels.
Yes.
Those come up quite a bit now.
So the fun thing going on here, as you see, is we have that laser beam on the right side of the screen, plus the sliding floors, and we have to control your momentum carefully. That star right there is the hardest star in the game. It's just amazingly difficult to even have time to attempt to make a difficult jump. But now you're pretty much known for it. Because it is 10%.
I don't have to do anything fun like trying to actually get that star. Like, that one took me not only a lot of tries, I was trying different strategies, like resetting the level if I didn't get it from a different flag spawn, because I thought maybe I would have a little bit more time. Oh god, frame skip.
That was a good checkpoint. So this
Lost
is the
speed,
first, like, long-distance ice running level. The next one is one of my favorites. That star there, you just gotta want it.
Did it really just do that?
Yes, you really just did that. Well, because you wanted the star.
I really want
right?
the star,
You wanted
yeah,
the
yeah.
star.
We're going for the star now. Let's go for the star.
Nice.
There we go. Okay, stomp the right time. You could, yeah.
This bit right here is actually sort of a neat little puzzle where you have to figure out how to get enough momentum.
There's a boost here that I'll show off, and I'll probably die for showing it off, but you can do this. Oh, hey, I made
What
it.
was that? You just hold it?
Yeah, just hold it, and you get a boost there. The first time I did it, someone who'd run the game was like, I've never seen that before. It was like my first new game.
This
attempt.
music track right here is my favorite in the game. And it's also one of my favorite levels in the game. We've just taught the player about flight power. You don't have it right now, but we'll give it to you a bit later in the level if you can get there. You want to touch the key.
Yes. I got really excited and closed my eyes because I did it. Then I closed my eyes and I forgot about the key. So whoops. You also have to kind of slow down for that key.
Right. Pretty sure you cannot get that one at high speed. Okay, so you use the Medibot method for this section. There are two methods for that section, the Medibot method and the Hee method. The Medibot method has you actually landing on that last little pillar, while the Hee method just jumps entirely over it. I had never seen anyone do that until I saw you do it, but man, if it works, you do it.
I think I can get enough speed.
No, you can't. You should reset.
Alright, start the run over.
Yep.
That last jump is very...
The last jump is
yeah.
nasty, but with the ice physics plus the sort of Mega Man jump leniency, you can see from your trail that you can still perform a jump while you're pretty far off the platform.
Yeah. Now, this is a game where you can't get nervous and choke, because like if you get nervous and start jumping early, like you really have to get far off the platform. I thought that was it. Like that was still far off, but you really have to maximize
You
it.
gotta believe in yourself.
I've seen get up to the pass jump, unfortunately. Like this jump, you have a little bit more leniency. That jump, not so much. I think this is actually the hardest jump in normal levels for myself.
It's up there. I wouldn't fault someone for having this be
If you are just joining us, this is the bonus stream for Awesome Games Done Quick 2014. We are still raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Any and all of your donations will be going directly to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. We did break $1 million, but that doesn't mean that we don't need as much money as we can get to fight cancer.
That was good. Good start collecting some momentum.
And every time I get to this level, I have no idea what I'm doing because I'm so used to the speed. I try and just make ludicrous jumps that are impossible.
Basically, this level is designed to sort of mess with the player's mind by constantly alternating between ice physics and normal physics.
There's a pretty cool skip you can get here, but it's...
Oh yes, the skip on this level is very important. I usually reset if I don't get it. Because as we saw in the previous level and this one,
a little bit too low. You have
when you collect the flight power, you keep going at whatever speed you were going, and you can go much faster off of ice than off of normal platforms. So we want to keep that ice speed.
The thing is, you run out of wing power, so you have to land on it like that. And now, this section, you normally go very slowly, because there's so many wings. I think I can make it through without collecting any. I'm gonna find out. Yeah, and there we go. That's probably one of the more like obvious skips in the game, but definitely
Yes,
a tricky one.
that's one of the big skips that people tend to discover on their own. So this level sort of has 3 alternate paths that just lead to stars, but we don't care about that because we're not doing that 100%.
This
They're fun
is-
little
yeah.
diversions.
They're fun. They're fairly difficult too. Like not the hardest stuff in the game, but you can get through it in a good time. Oops. So here's the Groove Wizard.
Wizard, you must destroy the wizard's black heart.
Now there is.
Well, actually, it's white. Why did I mix that up? How did I miss that?
It's a chroma key thing. It's black.
You know what? In earlier versions, it was black, so I'm used to. I'm used to that.
I'll believe you. I'll believe you. Now he's dead, but I have to survive.
You get a nice layering
Missile
of the sound
Yeah.
effects when all those missiles go off. You want to dance? Let's dance.
And do I remember where the teleporter is? I think it's here.
There's no teleport on this
Oh,
level,
yeah.
it just takes you.
That's why I could not remember where it was.
Doesn't exist.
And you have your flying power.
So this is sort of the first phase of the final boss. Let me tell you about this final boss. So he's just sort of trying to match your vertical position, throwing shuriken, horizontally, and the homing missiles. For many earlier versions of this game, his vertical position moved around much more wildly. It oscillated lightning fast around your position, and all of the testers, myself included, just sort of assumed that this was by design. You know, it made the fight kind of frantic and chaotic, not really super predictable. You had to really be on your toes for this, and for a final boss, that's fine. And after a while of testing, Michael, the developer, noticed that this was happening and said, "Why didn't any of you report this?" And like, "Why would we report this? It's great. All of us love this." But now the wizard is working as originally designed. He's a little bit calmer about the whole thing. Just throwing his shuriken and his missiles at you. You just gotta chase him down. You can get behind him.
You
It's
can?
not a super great idea unless you're the king of missile dodging.
Well, if you go up and down a lot, like very wildly, it makes it, like the missiles will always fall behind. So I was trying to do it before, but then I fell to the bottom of the screen because I tried to fall too hard. And do not slam on this stage.
Do not. Well, you can't. You have flight.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Wait, no,
Click
yeah
the
you
button, see
can.
if
No, yeah you can. Wait, okay, let's do it. Oh, you
No,
can.
you can't because you have flight. Like flight, double jump, and smash are all mutually exclusive.
Huh. I just wonder if
I
it's even
think.
like this. I feel like I've slammed here before.
Well,
but
it's
who
that
knows?
the first time everyone comes to this stage, since it just drops you, everyone just falls
Yeah,
the
you
first
die.
time, and it's great to watch that when people stream this game for the first time. I'll be like, wait for it, and then get through. They're like, what just happened? Don't worry about it. Everyone falls. But this is just sort of an endurance match against the Groove Wizard in this tiny little pulse disco arena.
I'm getting too cozy, unfortunately, when that happens. You get cozy, you get comfortable in this game.
The
You run
Groove
into
Wizard
a missile.
is unleashing the full extent of his groove abilities upon our hero Ned, which still just mostly involves shuriken and missiles. But it gets a little nastier. But if we can survive long enough to exhaust the wizard, we should be able to.
You get very cool missile dodging patterns in this level, which is weird to say, but essentially like there's almost always going to be an opening.
Yes, as long as you are manipulating the missiles decently well, there will be a gap for you, even though they come in sort of these wide patterns at first. You have to learn how to sort of bunch them up. And so you use a similar strategy that I do, where you get them to sort of be crossing over,
Yeah.
go in between.
I think it looks cool. Like that
It
is my
does look
reason.
cool. Makes
I
you
think
feel
it's
great.
good.
Portals on there.
Yeah, I remember this time. And then
So time is coming up soon.
there's no one at the tech
And
station.
there's no one at the tech station.
All right. Good ending or bad ending?
Good ending.
Okay, we'll let him live.
Time.
I'll wait till I see you yell it on here.
No one knows. You probably PV'd on that.
Probably not actually.
Yeah, 40-40. That's what it
40-40.
looked like.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, 40.
All right, good job. Yes. Clap. Yes. Wonderful.
How bad
Yes.
was my original PB?
It's
Pretty
like
bad.
you said it was like 52.
Yeah, it's 52. Cool.
There you go. You just cut 12 minutes.
Cut 12 minutes. But yeah, this game is amazing. I would buy this game I believe. I'm also a hipster in the game Europe. But regardless, these games are really fun.
Chad is reporting in that it was 40-57.
40-57.
40-57.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
And if you think you can beat my time, beat my time. And
What's
then
your PB on the credits?
Not very good, unfortunately.
No one's really sure why the timer keeps running. during
Wait.
the credits.
So your name should appear here. Then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, let's look for it.
I'll do playtesting.
Matthew
That's me.
Matthew Thompson.
I'm Matthew Thompson.
Yeah.
Wait, now everyone on the internet knows my name. Thanks a lot, studio.
Oh, playtesters. Who are these guys?
These are the rest of the testers.
Oh, so you were just some regular tester.
Right. I was the lead tester.
Who was the biggest jerk?
Who was the biggest jerk?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Like who was of
I
the
only
staff?
know I know Tara.
Like,
she's
who's
the only tester that I really talk with. At all.
So, So that means she would be the biggest jerk to you, but also the nicest person.
She's super great. It was really fun to talk with her. She approached the levels she approached a lot of the levels very differently than I did, so it was interesting to talk with her just about how we had different mindsets going in and how different things would be difficult for one or the other of us.
Is the next runner ready?
So the next run that we'll be doing is
yeah.
Yoshi Cookie, which is Yoshi's Cookie, which should be super hype, and I think the runners are here.
All right.
There's no controlling
I'll run out to my car and get some.
Yeah.
Or you can steal something from the practice room,
yeah.
probably as well. And probably we should find somebody for the tech station so that they can set that up. All right, so while we are running around and figuring all this stuff out, I'm just going to read a few things here. Fantastic. All right, this is AGDQ 2014. This is the bonus stream. We are still raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Every dollar that you donate is going directly to the Prevent Cancer Foundation, whose goal and mission is to fund research into the early detection and prevention of cancer, as well as education programs. If you're wondering who we are Speed Demos Archive, the place to go online for premier speedrunning high-quality videos.